fatherhood. So I'm in a reality TV show. I've been going 8 years, and my son's in it, Hunter. My dad's in it. This father-son dynamic. I know that Hunter and I, they've been showing some episodes where we're arguing and stuff. My dad and I argue a little bit. That father-son relationship, man, that's kind of like the age-old mystery. When you were playing the father in this awesome movie, I mean, did any of this come back to you and maybe your relationship with your dad? Was there any correlation?
Yeah, there's somewhat of a correlation. I mean, there always is in a father-son story, but that's what it was about, especially. Because there's something about that relationship. There's no matter how good it is, how close it is, there's always a hole there somewhere, that's trying to be filled somewhere. And you're always comparing your life to that of your father somewhere, either in a positive or negative way that repels or attracts you. Has nothing to do with it being a good or bad father. That's your and also being a father. There's something about that too.
It's tough,
because you start to see your own mistakes of your life, or what you feel are the mistakes of your life come out in your children, or things you say it, and also you start thinking maybe that about your own dad, that maybe he wasn't such an idiot after all. Because you're feeling that way. When you knew.
Here's my problem was that my dad was just awesome, and I just find myself like, I don't think I measure up to my dad. You know what I mean? I always feel like
I see that.
He's so cool. My dad's cool. And the thing is, being on a reality show for 8 years, the whole world's gotten to see my dad. And
his ratings are better than yours.
He has more fans for sure.
He has way more fans than I got, man.
We all like him more.
Jack's great, man. Jack's amazing.
My dad, I had an incredible relationship with him.
Cool.
And now it's like, now I had that relationship with my son Jack, who's 26.
26? Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's an actor. What do you know?
Is he really?
Well, his mother's Meg Ryan, and his father. That was a pretty good chance.
You must.
It was just pretty obvious. That's what he was going to be. That's what he wanted to do. He did it in high school and stuff like that. He wasn't a child actor.
Has he been playing been in some good stuff?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, well, here's the deal. He's like, when he really decided, I'm going to do it professionally now. He was at NYU, acting department there, and my agent's been from the time he was 3. If he ever became an actor, wanted to represent him. And I said, hey, if you need some help, I could, help you as far as getting an agent. And he said, no, I don't want that. I'm going to do it myself.
Oh yeah, that's good.
He didn't want my help. In fact, he wanted both me and Meg to get out of the way.
How do you?
Because he hated being the son, or I don't know about it. I don't blame him.
Is
for
that
that
hard?
But, let me
Is that
tell
hard
you.
being
Let me
in
finish
your
my
life?
story. All right.
Story
Is
time.
your dad always telling you this?
Dude, stop talking over him, man.
Yeah, he actually
It's
is.
like Dennis Quaid, man. Come on,
Go,
you're
Dennis.
interrupting him.
Go. I can't believe I'm sitting there with Dennis Quaid.
So anyway,
A little starstruck, I have to.
Anyway,
A little bit.
he goes out there, and the first thing he gets is he gets an agent like that, and then his own agent, and then he gets Hunger Games, and he's in that, and then he gets in Martin Scorsese's Vinyl, just like that.
Holy mackerel!
And
These are
and
heavy.
then by this time I'm going, well, hey man, how about helping me out a little bit?
Keep putting a good word for me.
I'm not beneath that,
Yeah.
or above it, and so
It's pretty cool,
Yeah.
man. What does that make you feel like? You feel pretty proud of him?
Oh, well, heck yeah.
What do
do
you
you think
tell
this
him?
is? I'm crowing about him.
Yeah.
Because I'm really proud of him. I'm proud of him as a person.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him, not for what he's done for that. I'm proud of him for the person that he turned out to be.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth.
Amen. That's cool.
Yeah.
This is my son here, Hunter. He's 18, and I worry the heck about their generation. I mean, they're growing up in some tough stuff. So
with what's going on? Do you worry about social media?
Well, they're buried in their phones. They're buried in the social media. They're not out doing. What do you do?
I'm starting to kind of come up with a theory about this.
Yeah.
And they can relate it to us as like my parents. I'm 63. Okay, so when I was the first generation to have television in the house on a regular basis, and seemed like we were always there on that television, and our parents were afraid it was going to fry our brains, and they hadn't grown up with television. You're kind of like, are we doing the right thing, by keeping them away from this? But it turns out that I have learned so much from television in my life. And what do you know? I've also read a lot of books and a lot of other things. But I learned a lot from television and worldwide. Now they're into computers and stuff. Yeah. And if we were to keep them from computers, from social media, and of communicating and being in their phones, this is just the way it is and the way it's going to be. Yeah. And those those are skills that they have. Just like the fighter pilot. Yeah. Just not sticking rudder.
I just don't think we can go back anyways. There's no going back.
To survive. Yeah. And then generation after you, pal.
There's another one.
There's something out there that you can't keep up with either.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the way it always is, and it just goes around and round and round.
What do you do when you're not working and stuff? What do you do for fun?
Hang out with you doing
right
do you
ever
here,
get out? Do you ever go have fun?
JBR, right?
Yeah, there you go,
Just be rolling.
Dude. Do you get out though, man? Do you get your family out? Do you ever go any vacations?
Yeah.
Where do you go around the world? What do you do?
Yeah, I go everywhere.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like to just be still and go out with family, and then I like to go on my own little vacation with my honey.
Yeah, there you go.
I like to, play golf every day, get out and do nothing every day.
That is awesome.
Irresponsible.
Yeah. You got any good
right
questions?
now, right now actually feels really good because I lost my phone today. I know where it is, but I had to come here without one.
Must feel so good.
And it's fear.
Is it worrying you?
Then after a while, it's like nobody get a hold of you and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
You
nice.
feel like you're on vacation.
Take a break. You get a break without your dang phone. Do you work out? What do you do?
Yeah, I've always worked out since I was in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, I was boxing a lot.
Oh, really?
At the Y. And there was a guy down there in his 50s. He was in really, really great shape.
Yeah.
Really great. He's like 50s. And I asked him the same question, how do you do it? He says, you take care of yourself in your 20s and your 30s, in the 40s and the 50s, and everything else will take care of itself.
Say you were a chubby guy, maybe say 300 pounds. What would you say to that guy, and like where would you start to get that particular guy? Not me.
No.
I'm talking about myself.
I'm asking for a friend.
You already know
asking for a friend.
know the answer. You already know the answer to that question.
What? Cheeseburgers?
Because you already found her. There is a girl for you.
Oh, yeah. I think, you know what? I was a point guard in college, believe it or not. Stuff's gone downhill for me. It's gone downhill. You know this movie's going to do really, really well. The advanced team here, these guys have been out for 4 months already.
Well,
it's going to do awesome in the evangelical community.
I have to
it's going to
say,
be awesome.
You guys have done an incredible job with this trailer and getting it out there too. It's amazing.
Awesome.
I mean, it's like night and day. I mean, you guys, and I see the same energy in you that I see in John and
they were super thankful for you, by the way.
Well, we're all in it together,
Yeah.
and I think Speak for us. We're all really proud of it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's got to go out there.
Damn good.
It's going to go out there and be out there, and I think it's good. I think it's really going to do well too. And I'm not going to say it, but I'll say it afterwards. That,
Yeah, okay. We'll put this after this.
I
like,
said that. I told you.
Dennis
guys,
called
this,
it.
that,
This
you
was
know,
a
I called
big hit.
this,
Yep.
and-
Yeah. This is.
But
Exactly.
But still, that for me, and any film that I've worked on, the only real joy I really get out of it is doing it. Well,
That's awesome.
because
Really?
that's
Yeah.
that's the original reason you started out
Yeah.
doing
Doing
what
it.
you're doing right here.
Is it still fun?
Because you
Is
really
it still
just love-
fun for you?
Even
every
more
time?
so.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah, keep the fire in your belly.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
it rocking.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just, otherwise, get out of the way. Let somebody else do it because they'll knock you down.
You know, I'm trying to.
You're lucky, man. It's a lucky life. Remember that.
I'm kind of in a manly
Beats working
business.
for a living.
I'm in gold mining, Dennis, and everything, and I looked around the room when we were watching. I Can Only Imagine, and there was most of us we were.
A lot of tears.
I think something was in the air because our eyes. We were rubbing our
It was
eyes
just
off.
it was.
Look at
We
me.
weren't really
Allergies,
crying, but it was like I looked. I don't know. There's something about it. It's special.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
gonna
the thing
kick
is,
ass.
I could put it into words. It's like the song. I can only imagine. People hear the song, and it hits it. Even though Bart wrote it about his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
It hits every listener in a place that's very personal to them. Everybody makes it very personal into their own lives, and it hits them in a place where they don't have words.
Exactly.
And that's why it's so profound.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for your time, man.
That's
We-
all I can
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.